Tell us a little bit about what happened when you knew that United were interested in signing you, and sort of how quickly it all happened.
It happened fairly quick. I was told by Aston Villa they was going to want to offer me a contract, which, speaking to the chairman and the chief exec, I think a month or 2 months before the end of the season, they said they was going to let me go. I had a year left on my contract, and from that time, as my agent had turned around and said to me, he had told me of interest from Man United. It was, where's the pen? Let me sign on the dotted line now. I wanted to get up and get things sorted straight away, and I think it took about 2 weeks. And before this week that we had gone back, I had a week to sit around and wait. And for me, normally in pre-season, I'm not really wanting to go back too quick, but as soon as I signed on the dotted line, I wanted to get back into training, and I'm just delighted to be in training now.
And when you first met the manager, what was that like?
To be honest, I was nervous when I first met him, but I think that went within a few seconds. Of meeting him, he made me feel calm, and the nerves had gone straight away. And from the time you have a manager like that, probably the best in the world, wanting to sign you, you just want to know where the pen is and sign and get back into training. And he turned around and said to me that it was going to be a challenge, and I'm definitely one of them players that wants to challenge myself at the highest level, and especially being at Man United, that is the highest level.
What's it like when he sort of takes you to one side, has a word with you, and gives you a bit of encouragement perhaps, or a bit of advice about how you should play or how you should train?
Yeah, it's always nice to get advice or encouragement from a manager like Sir Alex, and I'm one of them players that wants to play at the highest level. I've always said to myself that I could play at the highest level, and I think at the time I was right to move from Aston Villa and try and challenge myself even more. Playing the biggest competition, I said that I wanted to play Champions League football, and getting that opportunity now it is massive for me, and I just can't wait for the season to start. Obviously, pre-season's about getting your fitness up with the games, so I'll be doing that, and just concentrating on everything that's set ahead of me now, and just wanted to get games under my belt.
What's it like when you join then, and one of the first things you have to do once you've signed is get a number, and for this trip we see you've got the 18 on your back, which is obviously a number steeped in tradition for Manchester United.
Yeah, that's right. Get the number 18 shirt from obviously Paul Scholes. If I can emulate the career that he had, it would be fantastic. He's a man that is highly spoke about by everybody, in the world, in the game, and he's respected by everybody. And if I can go on, like I say, and have a career like he did, I'd be delighted. But like I say, it is a number. The number 18 that I've been given, and I just want to go out there and do the best for me, do the best for the club, and hopefully if he speaks to me at the end of next season, that like I say, we've had that number 20 title now.
Indeed, because of course 19 record, everyone enjoyed that. The squad's been strengthened with you arriving and Phil coming as well, and obviously David De Gea as well. So what have you made about the rebuilding process, I suppose, after a few of the United legends have departed?
Yeah, that's right. Obviously a few have left, and there's going to be a few new faces coming in, maybe a few more, but you have to speak to the manager about that. I'm just delighted to be here myself, and with the squad that we've got, it's a world-class squad. I'm sure there's definitely big things to come from the squad again this season, and like I said, winning that 20th title is vitally important, and that's one of the things that we want to do.
Just very briefly about this trip as well. You're obviously out here, different kind of opposition for you. You're used to playing all the Premier League teams. It's funny coming up against MLS players, I suppose, isn't it? MLS teams playing perhaps a different type of football.
Yeah, that's right. I think the MLS is totally different to the Premier League, and whereas the Premier League's been going on for so long, the MLS hasn't. So we know it's going to be different opposition and totally different games. But the club's been out here before and played against MLS teams, and when I was at Aston Villa I played against Toronto and Columbus Crew, and you know, you get a feeling of the American teams, and I mean, it's totally different opposition, but it's always games that you want to go out and do well. Obviously it's about getting your fitness up, but you know, where you've got that winning mentality installed in you already, you want to win the games as well.
Just briefly tell us as well about some of the lads in the squad, because I assume a lot of them have helped you settle in well, as you mentioned earlier on, but who are the jokers, who are the people you've got to look out for when you come into training in the morning, or perhaps going to stitch you up a bit?
I think the ones that have been said so far is Rio Ferdinand and Patrice Evra. They're definitely ones that are the jokers of the pack, and the ones I've been told to look out for, the ones that are lively. But you know, myself, I'm quite lively myself. I've only been here a week, so you know, I've got to just slowly work my way in there, and you know, obviously how things go. I've not had any practical jokes played on me yet, so fingers crossed they don't happen. You know, we'll just have to wait and see.
Keep looking over your shoulder. Look, it's been great to talk to you.
And you.
All the best for your career at Manchester United, of
Thanks
course.
a lot. Cheers.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.